Naheso manekoma, seno mahelo kamana, seno maheno kana, shona iba sona she uesa e nakani sani ba sholaka segona eloma mani no so mani so my mani so hekina sakina punaka punaka seloko. Oh, it's an overcast morning this morning, but that's all right. See, the breath of life given to us by the Creator, those of us who are up. I know I came on a little late, but y'all just don't know, man. I can't even explain yesterday feeling. I mean, and it was a phenomenal day, and I didn't do anything outside of just breathing and going things and places and stuff like that. I went to church service. I wouldn't expect to see the city council sitting right in the area where I be sitting at. That made my day, and it's a elder lady that 3 times in a row we were sitting on the same row, and man, that was extraordinary too. And also called city council here and the ANC award, and the ANC award they talking about me. So, man, but I don't know if that or the sermon by the sister was talking about Zachariah and how Zachariah didn't believe that he could have a child in the old age. You know these stories, and I'm just gonna go with the storyline. So he was talking to Angel Gabriel. He said, "Man, I can't have no child. We too old for that." He said, "You gonna doubt the power of the Lord?" I tell you what, the Lord just told me that you're gonna have a son, but you can't talk, you can't speak until the son come into the world. So he had to, for 9 months at least, uh, he couldn't speak. And then the sister went into the dialogue of the whole scenario where he didn't believe in the word of the creator, so he had to go through this scenario of having fear, not being confident in his word, the word that he heard. So he couldn't talk, he couldn't use his word. But he went through the scenario, and he was born. She born a little young man or whatever, and he was speaking, and he got blessings for that. And then the thing about it, she had to go through the same scenario, but not in that sense. She had laryngitis or something that messed with her voice, and she said she wasn't speaking right because she couldn't. So that's what the doctors told her. Don't say nothing to nobody. So she said when she was coming to church and she wasn't saying to anybody, people would have thought, she got kind of uppity or whatever, but it wasn't like that. Then she thought, well, I know y'all was talking about me, but that's all right. But it may have been that. I don't know. This the word, this speaking the word of truth. I don't know if that was it or what was it, but it was just that's how my morning started. Then I went from there to I went to see Chocolate City, a production done by a sister from California and a brother from where he's from, Virginia. But this young brother is from original Black Panther, so that made my day also, and it was a good production. It could have been a little better, but it had all the ingredients of someone coming here and talking about Chocolate City when it was Chocolate City, and how the development and gentrification destroyed that element of Chocolate City. And it's going deeper, because Ward 8 and Ward 7 is what the last gate that they're trying to get. With no regard for the people, they be setting fires and all that to home. I mean, the elders' apartments and all that. Big business uh, does this, so they need, the space, and they want to do something else, and somebody occupying the space, but they want to use it for something else. You can't trust the people of the criminal enterprise. You can't trust them at all because they tell lies, and I don't know what's going on. They keep trying to cut me off in my broadcast, but that's all right. After I get my YouTube channel, they ain't gonna be able to do that. They may. I don't know how I'm gonna get around this, but I'm gonna keep on speaking the truth as long as I have the voice box to do so. And I'll get back to yesterday. This day was a phenomenal day. I'm saying one of the greatest feelings I had in my life. You know, and I've done a lot of things. I had so much fun in my life, but I wasn't even doing nothing. You know, I did when I went after I went to the movie. I went down and check it. Ronald Moulton had a thing about this the spring wine tasting and fish fry and all that, as he always put together a great uh, venue for the people to come to network and all that. And it was great there too. But the feeling I was already having, and then after I left there, I was trying to comprehend why I was feeling such. I mean, spirituality, the divineness of being. I can't. It's all phenomenal. I was still trying to figure out why did I feel this greatness and or this man. Well, I can't even explain. I can't even define it, but I know it's divine. I know it's about the spirituality. My ancestors lifting me up, like people talking about they lit. I was lit up, but I was lit up in a spiritual, divine way, a way that my natural high. This took me somewhere, man. My feeling, I was feeling it, and I ain't doing. I'm talking, man. I didn't plan nothing or nothing. I'm just going through these uh, meetings or whatever was happening, but it was a feeling inside my temple, in my universe, that made me question this phenomenal feeling. I give praises and everything to my Lord and my ancestors, but this great feeling overcame me yesterday. It was a blessing, man. It was, I can't even explain it, but I thank the Lord and I thank my ancestors. I thank everybody who may have played a part in it, because it's like mystical art when you're a part of a movement, you know, a movement that you ain't gonna surrender to, a movement against big business and all those people that partake in it in a negative way, getting stuff under the table or wherever they do it and through the laws they make up that don't consider the people, the elders and the youth or whatever. And they stay aloof from that. But it's going to be all right. You know why? Because we're going to get an understanding of how we're going to deal with our natural enemy, the system, the criminal enterprise, the Kabul states. See, they don't have no reality for us and our fate. They don't even care about us. That's why they're doing gentrification at a rapid rate. But the only way that we can uh, uh, stop it is by changing our living habits. We got to come more spiritual and divine and culture ties to realize that we got to live and have communal living. It's the only way we can stop it. Our brothers come over there, I mean, from Africa, from Spanish countries or Latino countries or whatever you want to call them, but they us too. They be oppressed. They have been oppressed. The land taken from them and all that. It's all by the same people. It's a seed that sprouted a long time ago, and they say this is what we're gonna do and what we're gonna believe, and we ain't gonna change it for nothing. We're gonna be family orientated and into family relationships and all that. But that's how they keep their order. But they're striving for a new world order. Then and less than that, they talking about taking America back into when it was great. I say America was never great when they was in control. I say that with all my soul. I say America was great when we had the 500 tribes, the indigenous, which was us. I say Africa was the same way before they came in with their plan of splitting Africa up because they had more weapons than us. And so they said, the Pope said, the homosexual and rapists, he said that God said that it was all right for them to enslave us, that we didn't know nothing, we was heathens and all that, and you believed in them. But how can you believe in them when we are the recorders of all early history? We had great civilizations while they lived in caves. We even gave them an idea how to bathe, like when the Moors went over there in Spain for 700 years. But before that, there was so many years that we had built the pyramid, that we had Timbuktu and Malay and all those great civilizations in Akabu land and over here in Turtle Island the same way. but they try to distort our story and don't give us no historical right to be in the annals of history that they created. But they're liars and fabricators and plagiarizers and homosexuals and pedophiles and cannibals and all those things. And I'm not talking negative about the people, but I'm just saying what they are, they are. There's evidence of it. You ever seen two ladies together, right? And they got a big Great Dane that's bigger than both of them if you stand up. What is that all about? I ain't even gonna say nothing, but you know and I know what they do, and that's their bestiality. That's their part of their reality. But I ain't even gonna talk about that today. I'm still trying to figure out how this feeling of I usually say angels, but man, it's on my ancestors. See, they trying to get us away from having that belief system in our ancestors and in ourselves that is in our universe and in our DNA that our ancestors are laying not dormant. They are in our system, our temple. So is the creator, because this is the temple. So the creator is in our temple. We don't have to go to a building. We just do that for motivation. Just like when I went yesterday, I was motivated, and to a certain extent, I don't know what came over me. It was a phenomenal that I couldn't. I was talking about this all night last night, man, and even woke up this morning trying to figure out how did I feel this great, this powerful, and I didn't do nothing. I'm talking about the power of divine energy, energy that had me feeling so good that, and I ain't do nothing. This is what I'm saying. It wasn't in my mind to say I'm going out here and do this and do that and get this and that. I didn't do anything. I was just doing A, B, and C. And man, the Lord blessed me and my ancestors. I wanted to cry, man. That's how powerful it was. I know that who I am and all that. I call myself Poker without the ham or niggas Jackal, Billy Jackal, whoever. Humam Abdulmalik, the courageous journey servant of the sovereign Lord. But man, when you go through a feeling you can't define, you know it's divine. It was one of the best feelings in my life with all the fun I had doing things, going out and, partying or whatever, or just jogging or, runner's high. Man, it was beyond all that. And I think it was about the word that I must speak. I just got to continue to speak the truth and don't worry about the powers to be. Because like Martin Luther King said, he been to the mountaintop and he's seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. And he said he might not get there with y'all, but we gonna change this thing. I think it's during our time in this age of Aquarius that he was talking about, because he knew he had one coming, just like Malcolm X. But they didn't give up. They didn't change from their context or their deliberation, because they want a deliberation from this nation to be in accord with equality and justice for us all, not according to their fraudulent laws. No, this had to be a divine, spiritual thing that we had to bring into being. And now it's our time in the age of Aquarius to do this wonderful thing. I'm telling you, the Lord will bless you. With the right people around you, you're doing the right thing, standing up for us as a people, no matter what they do. Because their gentrification is not just like, we're going to do this, like a month ago or a year ago. These things been in effect for 20 or 30 year, 50-year plans. That's how they do things. Then they have the legislation to make it look like, they're doing it now. But big business and corporation, they don't care about nothing. They tearing everything down and putting stuff up. And then they say affordable housing, affordable living. But they don't give you affordable wages. But they give themselves increasing wages every year of thousands of dollars and won't give us 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. 10 won't hurt them. But it said hurt the businesses. How you know the businesses will be hurt? No, that's your diabolical scheme to keep us down, to oppress us. But the thing is, in the creator we trust, and this is our time today. All we got to do is unify. All we got to do is come together and develop an infrastructure. I said the other day, in the separation, we were strong. Integration, we got weak. And I said, don't remember the Black Wall Streets. I didn't mean to rhyme, but that I do that all the time because I'm a natural poet, what they call a wordsmith or griot, mystical griot, and all that, you know. And Obo Mark, greetings, greeting, my brother. That's right, greetings, greetings in Black essence and power. Uh, we have a job to do. We, us, yeah, not just me or I. We can let that die and come to the we and us, come into healing and loving one another. And in the creator and our ancestors, we have to trust in our DNA and our universe. Peace, my brother. Uh, we have to we have to get into this chain reaction, not only locally, but nationally and globally. We have to unify on that level. And people say, it can't be done, it can't do. I mean, you can do what you want to do and how you want to do it. All you got to do is speak it into existence because you have that power. We have that power. All we got to do is do it, unify. All we got to do is do that because it's a spiritual, divine uh, groundwork that we're dealing with. See, we're not just saying these things and because we can't do them. We are saying these things because we know we got to do it. We're saying these things because it's by divine decree. Our ancestors and the Creator has gave us the key to be united in truth, in love, and healing. We just got to get our young brothers who they got through social engineering, trying to kill them off or lock them off or knock them off, you know, take them off the mat, take their life and all that. But we got to stop that. They got to stop it themselves so we don't have to go through that, man, I'm going to say it, hell that they have created for us. See, but we got to trust in each other, and our youth have to overcome the materialistic proudness that they have. Just like the other day, they were selling some Michael Jordan. That nigga wrote pins, some of his shoes. People was running in there like, that's new news. That's old news, and you keep doing the same thing. And the commercialized lies still got you, and you don't realize that you're being used, spending all your money, $200, $300 for some Jordan tennis shoes. I don't know. They said he took some money off, but he done what he done and had the ill effects that it had. How many people have died from trying to buy or take somebody's tennis shoes that he had before and wouldn't take the price down? Now it's 2019, and he trying to do something to clean up his act. A Negro pen gonna be always a Negro pen because he sold his soul to be that away. He got billions of dollars. Just like Oprah. She know that these pedophiles and lies and homosexuals she's in the company with, and she love them to life. I should say love them to death. I mean, and then she will try to uh, destroy the persona of one of our greatest entertainers ever. It was like he went to court and they said he wasn't guilty of those things. She gonna bring it back up, revive the living dead. I mean, no, she's been like a Jew, like a Frankenstein, a German and a Jew, because they give her the money, so they want to take all the residue money that Michael Jackson get for playing his records around the country, around the world. See, they are so conniving. See, they trying to take the money out of the hands of his family or his children or whatever. And we can't be free if we let them do what they want to do to us. I mean, we got to unify on all levels. I mean, we got to protect each other on all levels. If we're living or as an ancestor or what, we got to do that. Because if we don't, we'll be brought out, sold out. And we can't do that because we got a powerful clout, a powerful energy that's in you and me to make us mentally free. And we see with a spiritual eye that don't lie. We see with well, our mentality is our reality. When we know in the temple, in the universe, we can rehearse a way and means that we reverse this devilish scheme of these Neanderthals and troglodytes and genome primates. And I don't say this, trying to hurt anyone. I'm just speaking the truth. I'm talking about their history, alluding to not giving us our storyline because they have corrupted it and lied about it and everything. They got us following them when they was duplicating and replicating our civilizations from the beginning, since the Greeks came into ancient Kemet, since they came over here in Turtle Island, said it's the land of milk and honey. They seen gold and put value to gold, and over in Akabu land, they seen diamonds and put value on diamonds. And they got every element, every mineral that's in Akabu land that operates everything that, like this computer or the phone and all that. But that's ours. We got to control it so we can control the world. That's all we got to do. Control the land and the resources. And we got to come together. We got to overcome the differences in language and speak one language through one money source. And like Gaddafi was doing, go to the gold, because they ain't got no gold. With all the gold they stole, we got all the gold. We can't let people come into Akabu land and colonize or try to colonize in that arena of all the land, marrying the women and taking the land. We can't do that. Where's the men? Not only that, like they're doing in Libya, enslaving people, man. Can you believe that? Enslaving people, and they allowing rape, the sisters getting raped, men getting probably raped also, like they used to do in the past. But are we standing up? Are we standing up to be the warriors that we truly are? Or have they took all the fight out of us? Have they scared us to such a degree that they say they'll kill us? They die too. It ain't like they can't die. Ah, man. I humbly apologize for talking about death. But if we don't talk about it, then we will be the victims of it in one way or the other. We'll be mentally dead because of through their education system. They're dumbing our children down because we keep sending our children to their educational system instead of developing another one. See, public schools and charter schools ain't nothing but instruments for fools. They have indoctrinated us for long enough. And it's time for us to get tough. It's time for us to stand up and create our own schooling system, our own monetary system. We done it before. We done it before in Black Wall Streets. That's why they lynches and blew up the cities and destroyed it and all that, and saying they ain't gonna do it again. Yes, we are. We're gonna do it now. We're gonna have an infrastructure and we're gonna do it because we know separation from y'all is better than integration with y'all. Because all y'all want to do is keep us there. And into integration, we still separated, in the education, the money, and all that. And y'all bring people, young people, in our city for this gentrification as you build up and you give them high salaries, So when you talk about affordable living, they have affordable wages. And so they can pay those astronomical prices for living quarters, one bedroom or something like that. But we are families. That's how we deal. We deal with families, not just on an individual level and that type of mentality and thinking, living on top of each other and all that. They're doing it all over the country, though, all over the world. They're trying to say that they don't need us no more. They don't even want to give us reparations or anything for the free labor of our ancestors. Oh man, here we go again. I can see that we're gonna have a problem a little later on. Yeah, man, it keeps doing it. Oh, you know what? It did it earlier. It let me know that it's gonna do the same thing when I try to cut off. But that's cool. They can't stop me. They're not going to stop me. They'll never stop me. If I have to just go I don't know what I'll do. If I have to go outside or do something else, I will. But I'm going to go speak this truth and speak from my will, the will that the Creator has willed in me to be this emissary, to be mentally free and spiritually free, to speak the truth at all times, to walk in the divine light with a divine and spiritual insight from my ancestors and from the Creator that's in my DNA that has stimulated, or the melanin has stimulated my pineal gland. So be a spiritual man, a divine man, and I don't have a choice in the matter. And I'm just going to keep growing in that area and doing my job as that warrior. And I love every minute of it because I love my people every minute. I love my people. I love the way we shine. I love the divine essence of our mind. I love everything about Black people around the world because we are the unique Black pearl, the sunlight that brings brightness in no matter, even though it's a overcast day, you know the sun is up in that sky behind the clouds with it's as bright as I don't know what. I remember I experienced this before. I was going to college. Being in transit going to college, right? It was raining though when we took off. It was raining, and we kept going up. Next thing I know, we came through the clouds. We started going through the clouds. It was still raining, and then next thing I know, we came out of the clouds, on top of the clouds, and you're looking down, you see all the clouds, and you know what? You're seeing the big blue sky, with the sun setting over there. Man, that was one of the most that was one of the wonders of the world to me, you know, no joke. Just like yesterday, this phenomenal feeling that came over me, man. I can't even explain it today, but it was a feeling that I say it was one of the best feelings I had in my life, man. And I've been on this planet 22,300 and something revolutions around the sun, which is adding up to 63 years. I've done a lot of things, had so many laughs and fun and all that. But I ain't do nothing but just walk around and be around people, and the feeling overcame me that was like, man, I can't even explain it now, but it was like a divine spiritual feeling that my Lord said, "Here, this is yours." My ancestors came behind and said, "Yeah, open the doors." Man, I was feeling so good, like I was feeling so sublime, so sure real that I could feel this energy come through me, but I couldn't explain it, man. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I don't have a choice, and I don't even want a choice. My choice is my voice and my heart, my mind, and it's by divine decree that I'm gonna be speaking this truth, no matter what. However long it takes to make this change, I'm going to be here making this change. First, with myself, which I already done when I was chosen 7 years ago, with the euphoria of the pineal gland being activated by the melanin. And so now I'm at another stage and level. And that might have been yesterday. I might have been elevated to another spiritual degree or whatever. And I ain't talking about no Masons and all that, no secret society, because I am transparent. And I'm just a Black man, a race man for my people. And I don't have to go to the steeple or the masjid or the synagogue because I can just go in my temple. But I go there for motivation, stimulation, just like I say that this is Blackanized Report by your host, Humam Abdulmalik, and I'm motivator, stimulator globally. It's all about Black peace, Black power, and Black love. And I'm instrumental in all those things from above and from within because of my agreement with the Creator and my ancestors. I sold my soul to be who I am. And I don't have another choice. I don't want another choice. This is my choice, of course. And I'm on course to be who I'm supposed to be and helping my people to become mentally free, spiritually free, financially free, academically free, agriculturally free. We got to come free on all those levels. And we got to do it through separation, not integration. We got to build us Black Wall Streets once again. We got to do this worldwide. We got to outcome and outgrow our reliance on the genome primate and the criminal enterprise and the cargo states. We got to develop our own schooling, banking, agriculture system because in all those areas, they're there to hurt us in the dumbing down of our children through the education system, giving us Eurocentric indoctrination. So we be going against our own nature. Then they got GMO foods, genetically manipulated foods, then put pesticides in that, and they be killing us all slowly but surely. And then they got the chemtrails in the sky, the chemtrails. Yeah, you see all them lines coming from the airplane. That's poison falling out the sky, falling in our communities. That's another thing that they do, trying to kill us all, but we won't, because we just multiply. And black seeds keep on growing. See, they dying off naturally. Their death rate is greater than their birth rate. But ours, we multiply. We just got to protect ourselves from their aims and purposes to get rid of us and control us and have us in another area of slavery. That's their perception, you know, as they allow other people come in to work for less or whatever, that these people ain't have nothing in their country, but they come here and think like $8, $9 an hour is a lot. And so they get these Spanish or Africans or whatever. But the Africans and a lot of Spanish is educated, so you can't fool them either. So the unification got to be worldwide so we can stop this dying, especially with our young warriors, our young youth. That's what we got to approach. We got to approach them and make them look at themselves. And we got to make them think. We got to ask them, have them to ask their own self. Question, why do I play Russian roulette with a loaded gun and I can kill my neighbor or that I grew up all my life? How can I be so manipulated in my mindset and become undivine and become like a predator in my community for status quo? Or they talking about Little John, bad dude, man. You know, he killed him and he got that girl and he got this how many babies? But is Little John responsible? Huh? Are we responsible in our community and know what Little John is doing and keep allowing him to do it? If we don't approach Little John and say, man, you got to stop that, then we just as bad as Little John. It's like we pulling the trigger too. So when we're going to get together and stop being individualistic and become the mystics that we are, I ain't talking about the ball player mystics, no. I'm talking about the divine mystics. I'm talking about the mysterious element that we possess as divine entities with a mindset. If we just go into the temple and we are elevated, we're elevated and motivated to become who we're supposed to be, and that's being mentally free. And this silent war that's going on, some people can't see, but it is a reality. That's why we as a people, black people, brown people, and people of that melanated tone got to come together. I'm not going to leave the European out as long as they got that mentality of John or Jane Brown. Yeah. What is his name? John Brown impressed me so very much because he put his family up to help us. I don't have no gripes against that at all. Oh boy. Let me see. Again, I want to say this is Humam Abdulmalik with Blackanized Report. Motivating, stimulating globally with the word, a divine word, a spiritual word, all the time. Yeah, because that's all on my mind, man. It's my people, the uplifting of my people, to bring them out of the dungeons of their own mind, to bring them out of the cesspool of this corrupt nation that don't have good relations with us, only in to manipulate us and control us, and use certain Negro pens like as an example. This is the status quo. This is how high you can go. Oprah Winfrey and Michael Jordan and all those type of people. If we don't pool our resources and come together, then we're gonna always be under this weather control. The hop machines and all that. But if we don't take a stand, what are we here for? Huh? Just to take it up to, better not say that. That was but that's what's happening. That's what's happening, man. It's like what they did to us when they had these buck making fields and all that, like in Jamaica and all the islands and all that. What they did to the men to destroy their strength and their reality, because they was leaders in the clan. And by doing that in front of everybody, they took away their power. But not in this hour, not in this day and time are we going to allow that. So that's why we can't get caught up in their games of the promotion of what they want us to be into, what they do. That's not our custom or culture or reality, but there's a lot of us that come into that finality of a reality that been created for us to be participants of their unnatural ways. We cannot do that. And the ones who became slaves to it, I don't know what to say. If you don't have the creator in your heart, or you allow yourself to be what, like a computer overridden with some dumb stuff, and say you can do unnatural stuff in a natural divine light, it ain't right. So you got to let go of their light and come into the darkness of the truth. And then so that that can be illuminated in the way that you see things. Yes, I'm talking about the promotion of homosexuality, pedophiles, and transvestites and all that. It's unnatural, but that's what people do. If people wanted to do that, I ain't got no gripe about it. But I'm saying you cannot equate that with the revolutionary movement of us as a people, as a black people. You got rights, but I ain't gonna say they're human rights because they're unnatural rights that you're trying to equate with our struggle. And the struggle is for life, dignity, and understanding of who we are, of that persuasion, I'll say. And, time moving slow today. I wonder why. But anyway, I ain't gonna keep y'all on the line because today is Monday. I know y'all are busy. Ain't nothing like some good old water, man. I'm still trying to go over in my head. It's a phenomenal feeling I had yesterday. One of the best feelings I had in my life, man. I don't know why I really at this age. I was thinking about it early this morning. I was saying it might be an elevation in my spirituality, you know. And if it's that, I'll just get more stronger in my deliberation of help building our free black nation. I just want to say this too. Don't ever forget our boycott of all racism and all everything that's against us worldwide. Now, on my Facebook page, you can go to hashtag Black People's Comedic Boycott Ham to let us know how we boycotting against what we boycotting against. But it can't be like this stupidity. They has a sale on some Jordans, and I mean, people running in there breaking their necks. I thought we was over with that. Got young and old, and it is insane for you to keep going for the same thing, man. Generation after generation, year after year. They wait a couple of years, then we say we got some new Jordans, and nah. Then you like, let me go to break your neck, man. Just pay all that money for nothing. Just for a pair of tennis shoes. But you won't pay no money for books to educate, to stimulate your youth, your children, to give them guidance, to have them go to, what is that? What a word is I'm thinking of. But I ain't going to use it because I can't get it. It's the Rolodex ain't turning. But we have to go through raising our youth and our children by cultivating them like they're the young seeds that they are. We got to cultivate them to bring them, to make them a star, and have them have discipline and self-control within their soul and mind and mentality, and that their reality don't be distorted. Man, Shukanadi Bunaka, man. I got to do a lot of work today. I got to do some taxes. I got to, not only some taxes, I got to go through a lot of paperwork, get it out the way. I got to make some calls and do those personal things that I've been somewhat neglecting. I can't make no excuses. I can't. It's been like not lazy, obstruction. I mean, obstructive to myself and my progress on a personal level. And I can't forget my personality or my persons of me trying to go through this quagmire, deceptive maze that I have conquered, because it ain't nothing when you got the key of understanding and knowledge and wisdom that you've been blessed with. So, in the quagmire, deceptive maze that they have created, we are open and made pathways for people to find their way through so they don't become people of victims of being through. And also, I just want to say I love y'all. I love y'all the most. I love y'all as though y'all myself. That's why I say you bond too. Without you, there's no me. Without me, there's no you. So we got to unify based on that. And what? Well, then we can watch each other fly to to the reality of the divine essence that doesn't lie. That will open us up and make us supreme and sublime and sure realistic to become one in the essence of unification and helping to build this free black nation worldwide, global. So this is what we're going to do, and we don't have no choice in the matter. I know I don't, and that's what I'm going to be speaking on all the time. I'm going to be developing my mind, come the corruption of this day and time, the indoctrination and all that, the dumbing down our children, not all of them, because some of them get the things they need from the home first through cultivation. Rites of passage is the words that I was looking before earlier. The Rolodex just get to working when it wants to. So we got to deal with that in dealing with our children. We got to let them go through a rites of passage and make sure that they are strong and determined and disciplined and have self-control and focus and critical thinking skills. That's where Blackanized Incorporated come in, conscious chess moves. That's what I do also. I teach chess to our youth from the ages of about to 15, 14, 16, maybe in that age bracket, so that they can deal with critical thinking skills through chess. And, just have another focus of things. But anyway, I'm going to let y'all go because I need to go myself. I hope, I know that they did what they do. They did it again where I can't cut off, like I usually cut off. So I'm going to just cut it off when I'm ready to go. But I just want to say, don't forget, every day is Black History Day. It will take eternity to discuss our history, not only modern, but we got so much history that's pre-modern, pre and post time wise. It took us so many years to build pyramids and deal with the Timbuktu and great libraries in Morocco that belongs to us, that came through us, but they said we ain't had nothing to do with civilization. We even gave them the ability to bathe. Yeah, that's right. The kings and queens over there in Spain, when the Moors went over there and took that land, and then but they got relaxed, and then they got played on April Fool's Day, where they got their heads cut off. And then this other thing coming up, what is it, St. Patrick's? Do you know the history about that? Do you know about the Twa, the little original people? That's what they're talking about when they call them leprechauns, but they were us and they killed us off. So don't get caught up in the holidays, as I said some time ago, going back to July. I said we should stop practicing all holidays, customs, and practice of the European nation and all the religions that's related to them too. And I say this from my heart, in truth. We got to stop. Because if we don't, we're being replicated and no, we're being programmed to be like them. And they call customs and cultures and their spirituality. We don't really want nothing to do with that. We want our spirituality, our reality, our customs, and our culture is what is the pure, true, pristine culture on the planet. And we got to step into it. And so with that, I'll give a roll call, and I want to say, don't forget to practice Kuka Chakalia, Umoja, Ujima, Kuumba, Nia, and Imani. As those are the principles of Kwanzaa. And we need to practice them every day throughout the year. And we need to love one another and don't have no fear. We got to overcome our fear in talking and engaging one another and engaging the system. You know, we got to be truthful. We got to stand up. We got to be stand up. Talk truth to power. This is our hour. So with that, I'm gonna do a roll call. I can see my brother, ninth degree black belt, Joseph Waker. Yeah, just came back from Africa with my good brother, Alpha Cuba, doing some business deals over there and over here related to that. And I got my brother, Bakir F.A. Mukawir, Mukakil, yeah, Muwakil, DJ, man, to get down on the music. He be laying it down, man. Look him up. You need a good DJ. Then we got Marcelo DP, East Side. How you doing, you and your family? Then we got somebody new, Obo Ma Mock. Which are greetings and peace, greetings of peace and all. We just got to keep moving forward, you know, and being as strong as we can be. But that's all we can be. So I say this to you as I get off of this broadcast. I say it in love, and I say it in the ancestral path that we have to be loving of one another as though we are sisters and brothers, an extended family, the royal bloodlines. And we got to do this all the time, every day of our life, as we are divine, and we got a divine mission that we got to complete. We're in a 4-year window. This is in the beginning, not the beginning, but this phase of in the age of Aquarius, that we have divine power. Mind you, I'm telling you, the energy of the Creator and our ancestors is flowing. The currencies all over the world. That's why we got to make the connection through our ancestors. Let me see what that is. I want y'all to check this out. 1831, Nat Turner University. So when my soul is possessed by Nat Turner, come to my services. I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all have a blessed day, though. I don't know how I'm gonna get out of this junk because they didn't switch it up, put in the trickery and the deception. I don't see nothing to do what I need to do. So I'm gonna go up here and say, y'all have a great day. Let me see what's happening here. Let me see what's happening here. They didn't mess me up, man, trying to get out of here. You know, they did that because they wanted to do that because that's what they can do. And I ain't worried about it. I'm just going to say, Wakinisona, Delo Makana, Sola Masana, and Zakana, Yekoma. Y'all be blessed and y'all be powerful in this world, in this day and time. And don't lose your mind according to the game that they be playing of trying to get our youth off the mat. They want to get them in a plantation or underground. We can't do that. We're about living, not dying. So let me get off here. Y'all have a blessed day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. And hopefully they won't hinder my getting off. But they can't stop the message. The message is going to be told. Amen. Ashe. Hotep. Booma. Unu do 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 da. I don't know. I'm gonna just go. And if they don't save, then that's my mental grade. Peace. Bam.